What's going on, everybody? Dark Knight here, and welcome back to another video. So about almost exactly 4 years ago, on March 9th, 2015, I uploaded a video on my channel called My Top 5 Favorite Games on PS4. Now, that video is about 4 years old now, and not only that, but I've had my PS4 for almost 5 years. So that list is very outdated, and there's been a lot of amazing games come out. There's been a lot of games I was able to play and try out over the past 4 or 5 years, so I feel like that list needs to be updated. So I thought, why not try to do a remake of that video, but instead of doing 5, I want to do 10, just to give it a fair advantage since there's so many games to cover now. So let's take a look back at the past 4 or 5 years and see which games are my favorite and why. Coming in at number 10 on my list of favorite PS4 games is N++. This game holds a special place in my heart because it is actually the third installment of the N series. I actually played the original that came out in 2004 for just PC. I remember my brother showing me this on his old laptop, and although I was just 8 years old, I was very intrigued at this game. I remember playing and watching my brother play for hours on end in the back of our mom's car on car trips. Now, N+, which is a game that I didn't even know existed, was released in 2008. For PSP and Xbox 360. I also assume it's on PC, but it didn't say on the Wikipedia. And N++, which is the game that you're seeing the recording of, was released in 2015 for PS4 and Xbox One. This game is amazing, and I highly recommend it. I'm not sure exactly how much it is on the PlayStation Store, but I think it was like $20, and I got it. And it's really fun. It's very challenging. It's just a platformer that you can have fun hours on end, and it actually is multiplayer. So you can have fun with your friends and going through puzzles and trying to get to the next level. But you can actually make your own levels as well, which is also fun. You can challenge your friends with that. But highly recommend it. Great PS4 game. It had to be at number 10 on my list. Coming in at number 9 on my list is Beyond Two Souls. Beyond Two Souls was originally a PS3 game that was released in 2013. Now, they don't necessarily say if it was remastered when they ported it over to the PS4, so it could just be just a straight port to the PS4, but I think it looks amazing still, and it was one of the more beautiful games that they made on the PS3. It was one of the last games that they made for the PS3, so it really pushed the console limits. But it was released for PS4 in 2015, and it's a game that I played fairly recently. I had heard so many good things about this game, so I decided to download it and give it a try when it was released as one of the PlayStation Plus free monthly games. I'm not sure which month it was when it was released as one of the PlayStation Plus free games, but it was I think it was probably around November or December of last year. I absolutely love this game, I completed it in just a couple of days. This game is kind of a choice-based cinematic game. It's not completely cinematic, but there is a lot of cinematic cutscenes like the one you're seeing right now. There is some fun, like exciting gameplay, but it's more or less just kind of a game that you play through and you just follow the life of Jodie and what is going on. I don't want to spoil anything too much, but it's amazing. It might not be everyone's cup of tea, but the way they did it is amazing in my mind. I'm not sure, since I got the game for free and since I already have it downloaded, I can't really check how much it still is on the PlayStation Store. I'm sure it's not too much, but if you haven't played it already, or if you haven't played it before on PS3, I definitely recommend it. It's one of my favorite games now. So it had to be at number 9. Coming in at number 8 on my list is Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. This game came out in 2016 and is actually the only Call of Duty that's going to be making it on my list. I wish I could say that there's other Call of Duties, but I just can't. And in fact, the only reason this Call of Duty is making it on the list at all is just because of the zombies. The zombies in Spaceland. I always have been a fan of zombies in the Call of Duties, but it was really only the Black Ops or the World at War zombies that I actually enjoyed. And I just didn't think any of the other zombies, especially the newer ones, I didn't think that they did it right. I didn't really enjoy it as much as I used to. But what Infinite Warfare did with their zombies is amazing. Their whole new twist that they did, it's very innovative and it's very fun. And there's a lot of DLC. There's a lot to do. There's so much to do in this zombies. It just keeps you entertained and it keeps you going. And the amount of memories and the time that me and my brother have put on this game is outstanding. It's amazing. Like, we actually have sat down and put hours and hours on end in this game and genuinely actually enjoyed it. Like I said, I wish I could say that there's other Call of Duties on my list, but I just can't. I haven't actually enjoyed, besides this Call of Duty, I haven't actually enjoyed any Call of Duty to the extent of actually putting it in the top 10 since Black Ops 2. Ghost was kind of the last Call of Duty that I was kind of half in, half out. I was like, okay, I'm kind of enjoying this, but not really. Advanced Warfare kind of shoved me down the drain. Once they introduced the whole exosuit system, the jumping around and shit like that, I was just like, yeah, okay, that's enough. I didn't really enjoy it after that, but I still bought the Call of Duties year after year expecting it to get better, and it never really did. And then Infinite Warfare came out, and it was pretty much Advanced Warfare, except for the zombies, and that's why it's making it on the list. I really did enjoy it so much. I still get on this game with my brother every once in a while, and we still sit down and just play some old zombies. If you've seen the footage at the beginning of this recording, how much time and like the max levels and stuff that we put into this game, and what level I am on zombies is pretty impressive. I mean, I know there's better people out there, but I just thought it was impressive for me. But Call of Duty World War II actually almost did make my list. I actually did kind of enjoy that game a decent amount since they went back to boots on the ground. Their style, it's just something with Call of Duty after Black Ops 2. Just I haven't really enjoyed it as much. And World War II almost made the list because they actually went back to the basics, went back to the old drawing boards, and went boots on ground. And they did it very well. I did enjoy it. But if any Call of Duty was going to make it on the list, it would be Infinite Warfare just because of the zombies. And that is why it made number 8 on the list. Coming in at number 7 on my list is Dying Light. And Dying Light holds a spot on my list because it's actually one of the first few games that showed up on my YouTube channel. It's not the first, but it's definitely one of the first few. And definitely really did enjoy this game for the time. I did beat it 100%, at least the main story. I didn't do all the side quests, but I definitely really did enjoy it for the time that I did play. Back in the day, when it came out in 2015, me and Shay was just now getting kind of into our YouTube channel, and we used to do a few videos on this game. You can go back and check them out. I think Shay's video of the game, what to do after you beat Dying Light, actually got pretty popular. This game's really fun. I like to describe it as like a Mirror's Edge meets Dead Island. It's like an open world type of zombie game, but also there's like this parkour, free movability type of implements that they do. It's really cool. I didn't really show off very well right here, but it's a really fun game, and I'm definitely excited to check out Dying Light 2. I saw the trailer to that, and it definitely looks great. But if you haven't checked this game out already, I'm pretty sure it's pretty cheap. It's definitely something to check out, and that's why it's number 7 on my list. Coming in at number 6 on my list is Far Cry 5. I never really played any of the Far Cry series of games, but I've always heard that they were really good. This is the first Far Cry that I actually played, and I actually really enjoyed it. Enjoyed it enough to where even after I beat the game, I spent the time to 100% it. Like, go through, do all the prepper stashes, every collectible found. I even got every single trophy for this game. So I literally platinumed the game. I enjoyed it that much. The online's pretty fun. You can actually create your own maps and stuff, but I enjoyed the single player of this game the most. Especially, you can do co-op with your friends. The footage you see here is actually some footage from my 2018 year wrap up, but because I lost the footage that I recorded just for this video, so sorry about that. But it's a really fun game. There's a lot to do. The only problem I have with it is after you beat the game, that's pretty much it. There's not a whole lot of replayability unless you replay the game or play online. But it was a really fun game for the time that I did play. I had a lot of good memories on it. Highly recommend it. I'm definitely looking forward to Far Cry New Dawn, I think. I don't want to make myself seem stupid, but I think it's called New Dawn. It's already out, but I think I'm going to eventually get it because it looked good enough to want to play. But yeah, that's why it made number 6 on my list. Coming in at number 5 on my list is Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. And the reason why this game is number 5 on my list is just because of how much fun I actually had on this game and all the memories that I had and all the videos I made off of this game and the friends that I made. It's just such a great game to be able to get on with friends. It may be a little bit different to some people. If you play alone, it's not nearly as fun. This footage that I have captured here is just some random footage that I got recently where I just hopped on by myself just to get some footage for this video. But if you go through my YouTube channel, I have lots and lots of old videos and just some great classic videos from this game, and it's just a classic on my list. This game came out in 2015. We pretty much played it for 2 or 3 solid years. We don't play it nearly as much anymore, but it's definitely one of those games that if our friends are online and we are bored of the newer games or we just want something to do, it's definitely a fun game to hop back on and squad up and play some Rainbow Six Siege. Most of the time we didn't really take this game seriously. We just kind of hopped on and just played casually. I'm sure some of my friends actually took it more legit and actually played ranked, but most of the time we just hopped on, played a casual, and half the time we ended up killing each other and just kind of having fun. But it's definitely a game to check out if you haven't already, but this is why it's number 5 on my list. Coming at number 4 on my list is Red Dead Redemption 2, and this had to be higher up on my list because I absolutely love this game. And I actually enjoyed it a lot better than I expected. I'm not a huge Red Dead Redemption fan. I never did actually get to play the first Red Dead Redemption. I did get it after it was already kind of old because people highly recommended it. I played a little bit of it, but didn't get the full experience when it first came out or anything. I just couldn't get into it. But when Red Dead Redemption 2 came out, everyone was excited. I was kind of excited, but I ended up waiting about a week until I got the game after it came out. And my roommate and friend Dylan actually got it before me, and I watched a little bit of him playing it, and it actually looked pretty good to me, so I decided to pick it up. I'm usually more of a Grand Theft Auto type of player, but once I got it and actually sat down and started playing it, I absolutely loved it, and I just became addicted to this game, and I actually played the story all the way through, 100%. It's definitely very fun if you haven't checked it out already. It's amazing open world. It's very huge, and there's just so much to do. You always find yourself finding something else to do. But I highly recommend it. I have played quite a bit of the online, but in my opinion, it's not nearly as fun as GTA Online. At least right now, there hasn't been many updates. I think there's just been bug updates and stuff like that. But it could get better. But at least for me, I'm more of a GTA player. Like I said, I feel like most of the fun, in my opinion, will be from the story mode on this game. But that is why it made number 4 on my list. Alright, coming at number 3 on my list is Minecraft. So, for the top 3 games, I'm probably going to do a little bit longer of a discussion about the game, at least, why I like it and how much I've played it, this, that, and the other, etc., etc. I'm probably going to talk about it a little bit longer, so sorry that, these top 3 are a little bit longer, but I have a little bit more to say about the video games than the other ones. So, Minecraft. Minecraft is one of those games. The reason why it's top 3 on my list is it's just such a creative game. There's so much you can do and accomplish on this game, on this platform. The footage you see in the background is nothing near what I've actually have built. I had to cut it down a lot, but this is just a good overview of what I have done on Minecraft, at least on PS4. Speaking of just PS4, Minecraft obviously isn't just a PS4 game. It's actually pretty much, I think it's pretty much on everything now. It's on mobile, it's on Xbox, it's on PlayStation, it's on the Switch, I believe now. It's on the older, like, Nintendo Wii U, on PC. It's pretty much on everything now. It's just a huge cross-platform type of video game, but it hasn't always been like that, which is what I wanted to discuss. So it used to just be a PC game, and I remember back in the day watching Captain Sparkles, Pure Salvation. You probably haven't heard of him. He's a smaller YouTuber that I used to watch Minecraft. You probably have heard of Captain Sparkles, though. But I used to watch those guys, and keep in mind, this was back in, like, 2011, 2012, or whatever, before it was released, at least on PS3. And I just really got into the concept of Minecraft. I really started enjoying it, watching these YouTube series, people, play this game, and it looked so much fun to me. And I just was like, man, I really wish I could have a PC or something to be able to play Minecraft. And I was like, man, that'll probably never happen. But eventually it came out for mobile, and I remember back then I had an iPod Touch, and I was like, oh shit, yeah. So I downloaded it on my iPod Touch, and it's nothing near, what you could do on PC, but still, it's something. I was like sitting there playing Minecraft in high school, and I thought it was so much fun. And then it came out for Xbox 360, and I didn't have an Xbox 360 at the time, but eventually, I think my brother's friend was getting rid of his old Xbox 360 because it was getting ready to ring or something like that, so he pretty much gave it to me, and it was one of the older Xbox 360s, the big white ones. So I don't remember if it had Minecraft downloaded on it, or if I got Minecraft, but I remember I was like, holy shit, like, I can actually play Minecraft on console. And so there was like a very short period there in late 2012, or it might have been early 2013, that me and my friends actually played Minecraft on the Xbox 360. I didn't have Xbox Live. I just played Minecraft on the Xbox 360. I took it over to a friend's house and we just played split screen. That's how we did it back then. And then the day, fast forward to the end of 2013, it came out for PS3, and pretty much from then on, I absolutely just was addicted to the game, because hearing that it came out for PS3, I thought it was a joke, and it wasn't. And then I went to GameStop, got it for PS3, and just absolutely played it. And then eventually, later on down the road, when the PS4 came out, and then I eventually got PS4, I heard that they were going to not remaster, but I heard that they were going to do a PS4 version. I was like, holy crap. And then actually, let me take a second here. This this footage, this world that you're seeing right now on the screen is actually my first PS3 world. Alright, that's all I wanted to say. But anyways, I'm sorry I'm talking about Minecraft so much, but when I get into the top 3 favorite video games for PS4, this is what's going to happen. I want to sit here and talk to you guys about this. So, anyways, when I came up for PS4, the very first world that you saw, the very first footage that you saw of that roller coaster world was... I made that world almost immediately when I got it for PS4, so it's been a world that I've been kind of working on and slowly working on over the past few years. Now, I will say one thing. Minecraft is one of those video games, at least for me, I was so addicted for it for so long and played it so much that I got to the point where I stopped playing it, went to Grand Theft Auto, went to Call of Duty, whatever. But it's just one of those games for me that I'll play it for a long period of time, and then take a long break, and then I'll get in the mood, get back into Minecraft. And it's just been one of those games, at least recently, it's been off and on, but it's always going to be one of those games that I probably will always go back to and play and have some fun. But it's definitely a big deal as far as my YouTube channel goes. I've actually recorded quite a few videos from Minecraft. I actually did my first successful full series on Minecraft Survival Series. I did, I think, 40 episodes, and I actually did an actual complete series for once. And I think it's my first and only actual series I finished on YouTube. Anyways, guys, I'm not going to talk too much more about Minecraft. Obviously, I freaking love this game. I've had a lot of memories on it. I've made a lot of friends on it. I actually met Shay from Minecraft on PS3. Fun facts. If you're a long time subscriber, you probably know that, but it's just such a great game. I loved it, made a lot of friends, a lot of memories, and that's why it's number 3 on my list. Coming in at number 2 on my list is just gonna have to obviously be Grand Theft Auto 5. This game right here, Grand Theft Auto 5, it's just such an amazing game, and it's pretty much the foundation of my YouTube channel. My most popular video, 20 Fun Things to Do in Grand Theft Auto, is from this game. Not only that, but Grand Theft Auto 5 is the foundation of most of my friendships. I did say in my Minecraft clip that I met Shay from Minecraft, yeah, but we did meet through Minecraft, and then we started playing together just a little bit, and then not long after we kind of started getting tired of Minecraft, we started finding out what other games we had. We found out that we had Grand Theft Auto, and we hopped on there and started making memories and other friends, and I met Kurt through Shay from GTA, and pretty much, Hannah, Jimmy, Tyler, I know some of those names you probably don't recognize if you're a newer subscriber, but if you're an older subscriber, you know all the friends that's been on my YouTube channel that we've made videos with. Most of those guys, and girls, I met Hannah from GTA. Most of those people I've met on Grand Theft Auto, so it's not only the foundation of my YouTube channel. Not most of my videos came from Grand Theft Auto, but most of my friends came from Grand Theft Auto. So I can thank this game for giving me that. It honestly will always hold a special place in my heart, and it's hard to believe that this year, this game will turn 6 years old. I just can't believe that it's been that long, and I am proud to say that I started from the beginning and actually played through every single update. Sure, I'm, I guess, quote-unquote, a high level. I know there's higher levels out there, but all my levels that you can see, I think I'm like 400 something, but all those levels were legit, and it's just from simply playing for that long. Now if I actually tried like Kurt did, if I actually sat there and played like Last Team Standings or Team Deathmatches and stuff like that, if I actually played to level up, I probably would be up there close to Kurt. But yeah, that's Grand Theft Auto 5. I know I'm kind of repeating myself, but this game is just, it's so amazing to me. Um, it's so fun. I know I don't play it that much anymore on my channel. It's getting kind of old. But it's still one of those games I love to hop on, especially around the holidays, around Christmas and New Year's. It's really fun to hop on and with all of our friends and do our yearly routine, our tradition to take a picture together. And I usually do live streams around that time, but it's just a game that's just really fun to hop on again every once in a while. I know, like I said, I haven't played it nearly as much as I used to. I haven't made a video on it in a while, but this game, as sad as it sounds, but it's actually slowly dying. But to be fair, this game gave us 6 years worth of fun, and I think at this point we're just kind of enjoying Red Dead and other games that's coming out, and we're kind of waiting for the next Grand Theft Auto. Keep in mind, I kind of have a video idea. No promises, but I have a video idea for Grand Theft Auto 5 to kind of send it off, to kind of say thanks to this video game because it's so special to me. It would be at number 1 on my list if it wasn't for the next game. But speaking of that, that is why Grand Theft Auto 5 is number 2 on my list. Alright, well here we are at number 1 on my top 10 favorite PS4 games. And I know most of you probably saw this coming, but obviously it still holds the number 1 spot over the years that The Last of Us is still my favorite PS4 game. Yeah, I freaking love this game. You guys know that. I know I don't make videos on it. I did kind of promise you guys a long time ago that I would want to do a series on this game, and I'm sorry that I haven't done that. But I kind of feel like at this point, after playing this game like 4 times and beating it, I feel like if I did a series on this game, it wouldn't be as genuine as if I just started from the beginning, playing it the first time and actually doing a series on it then. So since it wouldn't be genuine, that's why I haven't really done a series on it, but it still is one of my favorite games. On my YouTube channel a long time ago, I did do a few videos of the multiplayer factions mode. Me and Big Green and Darby and Shay actually used to play that quite a bit. It's pretty fun. The multiplayer isn't nothing to brag about. If you're going to get this game, you're definitely going to be playing it for just the story. And speaking of the story, it's one of the best stories I've ever played in a video game. It's such an amazing story. If you haven't played it, I highly recommend it. I don't want to spoil a whole lot, but it's just you're set in this survival situation. You're in this. It's not necessarily open world, but the world, the little worlds, the little scenes that you find yourself in throughout the game as you're playing in is pretty vast. There's a lot to explore. There's a lot to do. It's post-apocalyptic, and I say zombies, but it's not zombies technically. I know the true Last of Us fans would be mad at me, but they're supposed to be called the infected. Anyways, this video game will always hold a very special place in my heart. Heck, I got 2 tattoos based off of this video game. But The Last of Us 2 should be coming out this year, maybe. Worst case scenario, next year. They haven't released an actual release date for that game, but the original trailer for The Last of Us 2 I think came out in 2016, so it's been freaking 3 years now, so I'm definitely hyped for that game. Now, The Last of Us 2, you can expect videos on that. Since it will be genuine, since I haven't played that game, I might actually do playthrough through The Last of Us 2. I'm not going to promise it, but definitely hope for that. I'm going to hope for the best. I'm going to hope that I can actually dedicate myself, sit down, and actually do a playthrough on that. I hope I can. But this game, freaking amazing. One of the greatest games PlayStation has ever put out, one of the greatest exclusives. If you haven't checked it already, please do. especially for the story. Even my mom loved watching me play this game, and she's not really into video games, but it's so cinematic, and a lot of the cutscenes really draws you in and puts you in this world, and you can really appreciate, you know, what they're going through. You can feel the emotions of each character. It's amazing. I'm done rambling. That's why it is number 1 on my list. I wanted to do some honorable mentions that couldn't quite make the list of my top 10 favorite PS4 games. These are games that I actually did kind of enjoy quite a bit, but didn't quite make the list. And at number 3 will be Neverwinter. It's an online MMO, and it's actually pretty fun. I don't really play it anymore, but at the time when this came out for PS4 and I actually played it, I did really enjoy it back then. And the reason why it's on my honorable mentions is because I played it quite a bit with my brother at the time. When I lived with him, we didn't necessarily play together because he didn't have a PS4 and I didn't have another PS4, but it was on PC, so he played it on his PC while I played it on my PS4, so we kind of played it together, kind of leveled up and like figured things out, played the missions and the story and the side quests and go through the dungeons kind of together and talk about stuff like, you know, oh, is this chest plate worth it or whatever, is this sword worth it and whatever. And that's what we did. We did it quite a bit, did it for quite a while, and actually genuinely enjoyed it, which is why it's in my honorable mentions. It's not in this footage, because this footage I captured just for the video, but a while back, I don't know how long ago, at some point on my YouTube channel, me and Kurt actually played this game a decent amount. I got him to play it with me. We did several live streams. I think I did a couple, like, funny moments, maybe. I don't remember. But I did some videos on this game. It's actually pretty fun. As you can see in the footage here, your character really is pretty customizable. You got your gear, your stats. You can, you know, customize your history, you know, your appearance and everything. If you have like a wizard or something like that, you can customize your spell slots and stuff like that. And it's actually, this game's made by Dungeons and Dragons. If you don't know about Dungeons and Dragons, it's a tabletop role play type of game. And I've actually, fun fact, this might be new news to most of you, I actually have played D&D in the past. I don't play on a regular basis because we haven't been able to like get a consistent campaign going with consistent people, but I really do enjoy D&D when we have played it, and I actually listen to a lot of D&D podcasts. It's really fun. I'm kind of rambling on now, but this game's really fun if you haven't checked it out, but highly recommend it, and that's why it's my honorable mention, but it didn't quite make the list. Number 2 in my honorable mentions is Rime. Rime, I think, showed up in my PlayStation Plus free games 1 month a while back. I don't remember which month. I don't know if it's free anymore. I don't even know. I'm not sure of the price, but this game actually ended up being a better game than I ever expected. It's got an amazing story to it. It's really fun. Highly, highly recommend it. But without trying to spoil too much, this game is based on grief, and each chapter you go on a different stage of grief, and you'll find out why as you play through. But it's just kind of an exploration type of game. There's a bunch of puzzles you go through trying to figure stuff out. It's really fun. Highly recommend it. That's why it's on my honorable mentions. Number 3, and last but not least of my honorable mentions, is Steep. It's actually a game that I've been getting into recently, and it was a game that I picked up. It was a monthly PlayStation Plus free game that I picked up, I think, January. I'm not sure how much it is now. I'm pretty sure it's not free anymore, but I'm sure it's cheap, and it's a really fun game, and there's actually a lot you can do in this game. It's a snowboarding game, as you can see. it's open world, and there's 2 worlds that you can explore unless you buy DLC. There's more worlds. The 2 worlds they give you is Alps and Alaska, and the worlds are really huge and really beautiful to actually go through and just do the challenges and the races and stuff. The footage I have right here, I'm just simply going down a mountain, but there's actually races you can go through and try to get gold, and silver, or bronze medals for. And it's more than just snowboarding. There's skiing, there's hang gliding, parachuting, skydiving, rocket suits, sledding, all types of stuff that you can actually do on this game, especially if you get the DLC, which I actually did get a couple of them, because since I got the game for free and I did enjoy it more than I expected, I was like, well, I might as well get one of the DLCs, so that's what I did. If you have a friend that plays the game, it adds another level to the game, because you can actually see your friend's scores and stuff on each race or whatever, and it just makes you want to beat them. My best friend and roommate Dylan, he got the game too, and we're constantly trying to beat each other's scores. But there's more customizable things on this game than I expected. Your character, you can customize the looks, the appearance, the different clothing, even all the way down to like the snowboard or the shoes and the gloves and everything like that. You can actually customize, and it's really fun to check out if you haven't. And that's pretty much it. That is my last honorable mention for my favorite PS4 games. Real quick, I wanted to say thank you for watching this video. I really do hope that you did enjoy it. I actually put a lot of time into making this video. This was like a couple weeks worth of editing. Not because it took that long to edit. I mean, it did take a long time to edit, but not a whole 2 weeks. Just things were coming up, and I had to take a lot of breaks because it's a long video to put together, a lot of footage to capture, a lot of voiceover, and it's probably the most edited video I've done in a long time, if you don't count the 2018 year wrap-up, because that took a while too. But I hope you did enjoy it. Keep in mind, this is just a list of my personal favorite PS4 games, and I also know, I'll probably see in the comments eventually that a lot of these games aren't PS4 exclusives. Like GTA 5 came out on PS3 before it came to PS4. Minecraft didn't come out on PS4. Last of Us was a PS3, and then it came to remastered for PS4. So a lot of these games I know are older. And the only like really newer games that was released on PS4 was like Far Cry 5, Red Dead Redemption 2, and that's pretty much it. A lot of the other ones, some of them are free games, but that's my taste in video games. It's been a good 4 or 5 years since I made that top 5 favorite games on PS4 back then, like I said in the intro. So this is my updated list. It probably will change, especially I mentioned, Last of Us 2 is coming out, Far Cry New Dawn is coming out. There's a lot of decent new games like Days Gone that I'm looking forward to, so maybe another 4 or 5 years in the future I may remake, or at least when the console's done, when PlayStation 5 comes out, I may do a final list of favorite games that came out on this console. Sorry for rambling on a lot of the commentary and stuff. I've mentioned in the past that I've realized I'm not really good at these lists, but I wanted to do a bigger type of video like this to start myself off in the new year, to get back into YouTube, since I actually haven't recorded a video since the 2018 year wrap-up. So I had this video idea in mind for a while, and I wanted to do it. I have a bunch of other video ideas, but I didn't want to start them until I had this one uploaded. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I'm not going to leave you here too much longer. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like, it really does help out. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I guess I will see you guys in the next video.